How to profit 100K with tax deeds and some simple hacks within the next 12 months or less if you're willing to take some simple action and get out of your comfort zone. So let's dive in. So one of the most overlooked things that you can do when it comes to hacking tax deeds is to start with smaller counties, okay? What I love about smaller counties is there's going to be less competition in the smaller counties. There's going to be lower investment amounts because there's going to be less people there, and a lot of the times you can scoop up some much cheaper property without the competition. The other cool thing about going to the smaller counties is you can actually build some personal relationships with the people who work there, and you can have that nice relationship versus a big county, you know, like Los Angeles or Atlanta, where it's going to be hard to speak with people. The other thing that I like about smaller counties is there's a lot of undervalued real estate, especially if things are expanding, and you have a lot of people these days working remotely who are now going to smaller counties and wanting to build their family there because they can't afford a $800,000 house or $800,000 broom closet in San Francisco. So that's going to be one of the places to start, okay? So smaller counties, step one. Find out when the auction is in the smaller counties. And then from there, when you're finding out, go on a hunt for the over-the-counter deeds that are available in these smaller counties. So many of these counties have deeds that are literally just sitting there available for you to buy today, opening bid. We were just talking, I was having a conversation with one of our students, and literally in one day, he bought 7 acres of land with a mobile home on it for just 500 bucks. Each acre is worth $4,000 per acre. And this stuff happens every single day. So if you're wanting to do this stuff, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Ask a question in the comments, and anybody who subscribes, I also give them the free Tax Lien and Deed guide in the link below. Totally free mini course to get you started. You can check that out as well. 100% free to help you out. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on this. So cruising along, how are we going to do 100K within 12 months? Well, it's going to depend on your starting point, okay? So for example, you could go and buy $500 lots and sell them for $5,000 and do that 20 to 25 times within 12 months. It is possible. You're gonna have people in the comments going, it's not possible. In my county, everything got overbid, or they don't do over the counter here. Dude, there's 3,300 counties out there. So before you make a comment and be like, they don't do it in my county, there's 3,300 counties, okay? I've been through hundreds and hundreds of them. I've got amazing deals, but the thing is, the question is, are you willing to get your hands a little bit dirty? Are you willing to roll up your sleeves? And that's what this comes down to. It's like, how bad do you want it, right? And what are your other options? Do you want to go and pay full price on Zillow for real estate? You know, do you want to go ahead and try a whole bunch of other competitive methods? This business is one of the best opportunities for creating wealth that you're probably ever going to see. But the sad truth is most people don't have the grit to do it. And what does that grit look like? Maybe an hour a day put into this business. Maybe picking up the phone and making some phone calls. I don't mean to be condescending, but I definitely get annoyed when people are like, it doesn't work, you can't do this. It's like, dude, it works. You just have to put in some work. It's like, oh, you know, poor little person. I don't mean like short person, a metaphor. Maybe they went to an auction. Maybe they didn't get a property. Maybe they called 4 or 5 counties and they didn't have any over-the-counter properties. Boo-hoo, move on. There's 3,300. I've probably called over 1,000 counties trying to make this work, and I've had to overcome huge obstacles. When I started, I was in Canada, and what I would do is I would call all of the counties closest to the border so I could A, drive down, or B, do a direct flight in Canada and then drive down. And I bought property in Minnesota for 50 bucks, you know? So moving on to your 100K year, the next thing you could do is if you have a little bit more money, maybe you buy a property that's worth 5 grand or a piece of land that's worth 5 grand and you sell it for 20 grand or you sell it for $50,000. And from there, all you need to do is 4 or 5 of those here this year and boom, you've hit the 100 grand mark. And to be fair, all it's gonna take is a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of research. You know, so what if it takes you an hour a day for the next 3 months before you hit the stride or crack this thing open? you know, consider that to being like a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that, where you make, you know, 100 grand a year plus, but you have to go hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt and years and years of time. Versus in this business, if you just get on the phone, start calling some of these counties, going on the county website, building yourself a database of who has what in different counties, you're going to be able to do it. Another strategy for getting there is you could buy some land for, say, maybe 5K or a couple $100 and build a house on that. I know plenty of people who do that. They'll buy cheap tax deed land, they'll develop it, they'll, you know, put a house on it, sell it, maybe make 50, 150,000 bucks. Like, there's life-changing deals in this business, and I've just never seen a niche in real estate that can have such a life-changing quick return if you take action. We've had it, like the guy I was mentioning before. I'm not going to tell you the state that he was in because he put in the elbow grease to do it. And it's also, I don't want to take away your lesson of having to actually go out and do the work. And that's where this book comes in handy, is it gives you the exact steps to take. Like, the questions to ask the county are right here to go through and build your, you know, the questionnaire and build the database. You can be doing this within the next 10 minutes. You can download the book right now. You can do it. And in the case of the example I told you earlier, where the gentleman went and purchased the 7 acres for $500, and then each acre was worth 4 grand, and there was a mobile home on it as well. He did that literally in one day. And this was in a smaller county. And the nice thing, one of the things I recommend is in the smaller counties, you know, you can bring them coffee, bring them donuts, build that relationship. And that's actually what he did. He brought in some donuts to the county, got to know folks, and that is the true beauty of these smaller counties. Now, if you don't live near a smaller county, or maybe you're in a lien state, it doesn't matter. You can still do this stuff remotely. Back in the day, you know, you had to go there, but the nice thing about an over-the-counter deed, you can get the list, you can send somebody out to go look at it, go take photographs of the property, and then just pay the county. You can FedEx them a check, you can, you know, give them a credit card if you take that, you can do a direct transfer. There are so many ways to make this happen, and the only way you fail with this is if you don't take action. I'm obviously here. Like, this is a fight. It's a fight, because if it were easy, everybody would be doing it, right? And sure, you'll have people talking trash and blah, 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 but like, what have they really done? Probably nothing. You know, I've done hundreds of these deals before, and it works. It definitely works, but you just have to be able to put in a little bit of work. And with the state of the internet these days, you know, so many people are distracted with crypto and Amazon and this and that. Just pick one thing and stick to it, you know? If you want some help with this stuff, you can book a call with us. We'll walk you through some things, save you some trial and error. And then if you want to work with us, there's also a link below. Because we actually run a real estate business ourselves, we don't work with a lot of people. And that's why I decided to just give away all of my best stuff, like the free course and things like that. I give it away because we focus on real estate now. And this book really it'll change your life when it comes to tax lien and deed investing. So that link is below. Make sure to subscribe. So in summary here, some smaller tax deed counties, okay? Smaller counties are gonna be less competition. You'll be able to find some of these properties, be able to find houses. You know, one of my best favorite deals is we bought a funeral home and a limousine business for $6,100. It was worth 75 grand. Day one, it started paying me $1,000 per month in rent. Okay, these types of deals can only happen at tax deed sales. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. There's a link below for everything. And I really appreciate you tuning in. I really appreciate you watching the videos. I'm going to do my best to keep trying to inform you. Most of all, get you started and fight for this, right? Once you do it, you'll find it's going to be easier than most endeavors you've done in your life, but you got to put in some effort, and we're here to help. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.